Good morning, everybody. Here we are on this Tuesday morning. I hope you're all well. I am doing a collective reading for you using some animal messages because animals are very powerful and we all have an animal guide, and our guide can change from time to time over the course of our life depending where we're at, what our spirit team feel we need and what their speciality is. So Fox, this is always being about being discerning with your judgments, discerning with your decisions, seeing through the veil, seeing the grey rather than the black and white. This is about seeing with clarity what you're able to see with clarity if you spend some time considering and pondering a situation. Sometimes things aren't always clear. So using good discernment is better judgment maybe of people and the people we let into our lives. Maybe there's things that you've ignored or red flags you've avoided, or things you've chosen not to hear for all the reasons that we do. So it's about doing this calmly and compassionately without suddenly shooting yourself in the foot and pushing yourself into shame. It's about being considerate to yourself and looking at your motivations and your agendas behind decision making. Are you making it from the right place? Do you know which brain you're making it from, the mind or the emotion? Because sometimes when we make decisions too much from the emotion, they may not be on solid ground. If we make it from the mind, we might be missing really important things about our well-being. Llama. I do love a good old llama. Llamas are to do with traveling quite big distances, but it's about duration, it's about persistence, it's about using maybe our frailties in a good way, such as stubbornness, such as pride, to help us overcome certain situations, to help us push through, to help us let go. It's also to do with intimacy and support, and llamas are how to break through all the blindfolds and all the barriers that we have to intimacy and allowing support into our life. We might think we want it, but it might come close and we might push it away. So eagle, this is about a very powerful way of viewing everything. Sometimes if we're trapped in certain egos and certain emotions and we feel that we're stuck, we can't break free, if we use eagle power, we use it from a higher level of awareness, and it's the ability to be able to see things from other people's points of view at depth. It's the ability to stay in your integrity and your calm even when challenged. It's the ability to be able to compassionately understand other people's behaviours even if you don't agree with them, in order to come to some greater, deeper resolve and actually to set yourself free. Because as humans we are full of blocks because we can't let go. We technically can't let go, even though we can let go. Technically we could let go like this, but it's all these hidden emotions and experiences that are the blocks to letting go, because we're meant to be moving fluidly through our lives. Why do we get trapped with our memories? Why do we get trapped with our traumas? Because we're having a human experience, of course, but what is the remedy for that? What is it to break free of that and actually set yourself free? So spider, to close on, is always about weaving the web of life that you choose. It shows how powerful you are in your life, in a good way, but also not a good way. If we're stuck and we're not doing our work to process our emotions and our fears, we start recreating situations because we're vibrating from those stuck emotions. And so in a way, that's all we can see around us. We see what we're stuck with, which is why we have to learn to work the mirrors around us, of the people around us, the experiences around us, and actually be able to clearly see what those mirrors are showing us, because it's not always very black and white. Remember, a lot of life, the meaning of life, the soul of your life, the purpose of your life is in the grey, coming away from linear thinking. So this is about opening up to new possibilities and new connections, new experiences, but first you have to let go. I can never resist doing an extra card. Panda, what it is to be still, calm, retreat, gentle. So using your gentle nature to move through things. So I'm still going, I've got the eagle again, I'll take that one for me in a second. It's one of my totems. What it is to be able to move through things freely and to let go of stuckness, because at any moment we can make different choices, and when we get close to that, sometimes we're not actually giving ourselves permission to let go or to make different choices because we're too hell-bent on something, or still too frozen or in too much pain. So working deeply with what it is to let go. Take care, everybody. Have a great Tuesday.